Welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha. This is a pick a card reading to find out what secrets can I tell you. I've got 3 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1, Group 2, or Group 3. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice, otherwise I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. This reading is for you if you chose Group 1. If you chose Group 1, your cards are from the Vision Quest Tarot, you have Six of Earth, Breakthrough. And then from the Shamanic Healing Oracle, you have Integration. Seems like there's some progress that's happening with you and the way you feel about life and your community. Feels like you're coming out of your own bubble back into the community around you, and there's more to be found, I think, when you start to come together with people more. Feels like it's a journey though, it's happening slowly. There's some inner process that you need to go through, you need to do your own healing. You need to do your own work, and then I'm seeing you come together with people gradually. You're coming out of your shell gradually, and you're gathering friends, and gathering things that work for you, and gathering healthy ways of doing things, and getting a new routine, getting yourself feeling positive again. It does feel like a big breakthrough for you, like it's just going to be easier once you can get together with the right people. Feels like there's something new you can add to what you do on a daily routine. Maybe really simple, like showering at a different time, or just drinking water or something like that. It doesn't have to be anything really complicated. But I feel like it could be something big for somebody, especially if you're working on something big at the moment. I'm seeing someone who's jumping up out of their seat like, I've got it, I finally solved the problem. It feels like you are getting what you need in your bowl, and it seems to come from your environment and from the universe itself, exactly what you need. And you're going to feel like you're what you need, you're going to feel like you are who you need to be. I feel like you are who you need to be already, and that's a secret I can tell you. You are in the position you need to be, and it's just a case of you working more with others and towards others, and having others work more for you and with you, because it feels like there is a kind of gap right now where you may be a bit far away from others and what they're doing, and it feels for the best, for the right reasons right now, like you need to be away from others for you to get your fill of what you need. And then I feel like you're going to be showered with appreciation. I feel like you're already really appreciated, and you're quite important in your community. There's something you do that is really appreciated, and it helps others. And I'm seeing you can integrate more of that into your life. You can do more of what's really helpful for others. And it feels like there's like 7 people or 6 people who really appreciate you right now. And you've really helped them. I feel like you might have helped someone to understand something, or feel really good about themselves, and to have a better day recently. So I feel like even if you're not having a great day today, you can maybe feel good because someone else is having a good day because of you. I feel like there is someone who's got something that they wanted because of you, and you might not have felt like you did anything. You might have just said like, hey, nice work, or something, or like, hey, I really like your drawings. And it was just the one bit of encouragement they needed to think, oh, I had a nice day today, that was a nice day, or that was a nice compliment. So I do feel like you've got good energy towards life right now, and you're in the right collective for you. Like the people you're with, I feel like are the right people for you, or at least they're like nearly around you, or they're nearly the right people for right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I also feel like there's someone needs to know there's like a parasite in your water, or there's something that like lives below the ground that's really gross, and it could be like rodents or snails, slugs, snake, something like that. And I feel like you're protected right now because there's like floorboards between you and like the infected water or something like that, or maybe you've got like a shower filter, or maybe it just hasn't got to you yet. Maybe it's not your bit of water that's coming through your shower yet. But yeah, I do feel like maybe for someone at night time, it might be a better time to listen and see what's going on, because you might hear something like a bird flapping around in your shower at night or something. And yeah, there might be something like an infection, so just be really careful. I feel like you might need to hold off on doing something you want to do, like showering or like, yeah, bathing. It's annoying to have to pass you on that message. I also feel like for someone in the garden, there's something that's like under the ground that you might need help with. You might need a gardener or somebody like that. I think if you do call a gardener, they'll really appreciate it. But it feels like something needs to be like cordoned off, like there's something that's unusable. And I feel like someone's gonna find it like an, oh, why me? The fact that there's something cordoned off that you're not allowed to use. Or you're not allowed to go somewhere, or you can't do something. But yeah, I feel like there's like a work breakthrough where there's something happening. But I also see someone's got like a light that's breaking. It's like one of the chandeliers at work or something. So be careful if you're right underneath it. If you're like sitting underneath the light and you can hear it cracking, just be really careful. It feels like you might need to move away. As someone, there's something coming through about the toilet and the toilet flushing, and it might be annoying your neighbour. And I feel like you might need to try and not be annoying right now. I feel like it's better for you to try and come together with people in the community and integrate yourself more. Feels like you're getting there. But yeah, I just feel like you might be seeming on the outside for somebody. You might seem, for somebody, like they want to trust you, but they don't trust you as much as they would if you were more around. It's like you just seem a bit far away and distant. Also, I feel like someone's hair looks really nice. I need to tell them the hair's really pretty. You've got like long wavy hair or long curly hair or something like that. It's really pretty. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Someone wants to know... No, I'm not telling you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment letting your heart resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose group 2. And if you chose group 2, then your cards are, from the Vision Trust, you have Daughter of Earth. And then from the Shamanic Healing Oracle, you have Reunion of Souls. It seems like there's someone waiting for you. They're very interested in talking to you and they want to hear from you. And they're kind of calling out to you, and I feel like you're a bit late in responding. It feels like there's a lot to be gained from speaking to them or from being around them. Like, it seems quite positive for you, but I'm just seeing you're a bit delayed, and it feels like maybe it's the other way around as well. Like, you could be waiting for someone and you have a lot to offer for them. Like, you want to give them a lot of your love and your care, and you have a lot that's actually likable for people. It's not like your love and care is not valuable enough. It's not like you're doing it wrong. But yeah, I just feel like you're calling, and you might be calling in the wrong direction. First of all, you might be looking towards the wrong kind of person who's not coming right now, but someone else is coming. And I feel like you might do something like, say you have a crush on someone else tries to come and chat you up, and you're like, oh, I'm so sad because I have a crush on, let's just call them Ben or something. Like, I have a crush on Ben and Ben doesn't like me back. Say there's somebody called like Chaz, and Chaz is trying to chat you up, and Chaz is thinking, well, fine then, like, I'm not Ben, so I guess you don't like me. But really, I feel like you maybe were waiting for Chaz, but you didn't know you were waiting for Chaz because you thought you were waiting for Ben. So yeah, I feel like it's good if you just kind of dress yourself nice and keep yourself in your nice space, keep your space nice, keep up with your good habits, and just don't really worry what direction the person's going to come from. Don't worry what kind of person they are. Don't worry about anything, just kind of keep yourself good. And I do feel like if you can call out to somebody, then it's good to call out to them. Because they might not wait around forever as well, if they're waiting for you, waiting for responses from you, wanting to spend time with you. But you're kind of looking like, it's just feeling like you're looking like you don't really want to be with this person who wants to talk to you right now. Like, you're looking in a different direction is what I'm seeing, and they're not really able to communicate with you. Like, they would like to, and they would like to come in and speak to you, but I just feel like you keep not seeing them, and they want to come and hang out with you and maybe just chill in your house and relax and eat together. It's not like they want to do much. I feel like they would provide for you or they would want you to provide for them. It just feels like maybe you're seeing it and not responding to it. Like you're single and you don't really have anyone and you would like someone. And someone's like, hey, what you doing? Want to hang out today? You're just like, oh no, nothing. I'm just so bored in the house. And you don't respond to the want to hang out today. It's more like you're choosing to be bored in the house. It feels like there's nothing wrong with that because it feels like your house is nice. And your house is kind of just waiting for someone to come around and spend time in it with you. But it feels hard for you to reach out to them. It feels like it's where you're staying, like you're just staying at home and like barely leaving the house. Maybe open the door and there are people who would like to come and talk to you, but you shut the door too quickly, or you go outside, people want to talk to you, then you go back inside too quickly. So it feels like a good time for you to try and get more confident, I want to say, at like just staying where you are and knowing that it's the right thing for you and not second guessing it. Or staying out and waiting longer, like don't give up too soon. It feels good for you to grip onto what you're doing and keep doing it. And it feels like even though you can be gripped where you are and doing what you're doing, it feels good to still look in different directions until you do find that you're like reunited with who you're meant to be reunited with, or going towards what you're meant to be going towards. It feels like there's a lot of care that you can access. Like someone really cares about you, but I feel like you just have to talk to them. And I feel like you're talking to the wrong person right now. You might be reaching out in the wrong direction. And it feels like there's something's coming through about someone's house and like waste in their house, and they're maybe really tired and not having energy to deal with like taking out bins and things like that. And I feel like there is someone who wants to help you, but they are a bit late coming into your life. It's like there's someone who's going to come and help you and be there for you and make it easier for you. And it feels like you're fed up of something. Like there's a feeling of being fed up, and I'm not sure if you're fed up of your environment. It feels like you are. It feels like you're fed up with the organisation and storage. It feels like you're fed up with like what you're wearing and holding yourself, like your own physical body. There's a surface that's covered with things and it's like meant to be your sitting down surface. It's like your chair or something and it's covered with things. You just stand up in the house and you don't sit down, and it feels better for you to sit down. It feels not good for you to be standing around for so much of the day. Yeah, I'm seeing there's something that you're kind of like waiting for and staying there for. And it feels like there's something you should be doing while you're waiting. There's something you can get busy with. It feels like for you, if you start doing the thing, you'll miss what you were waiting for. So it feels good time to get stuck in with things for me. Like what I'm seeing is like it's good for you to get productive. It's good for you to be really caring with everything, including the messes that you just don't look at. But yeah, it is good for you to also have that space open for someone and something. And if you don't have that, I feel like it's a problem for you. And also your space is a bit of a problem for you. Like it's not organised enough. Feels like there's a cupboard for someone. And it's like your cupboard's really tidy, but the area in front of the cupboard is messy. You'd feel a lot better if you put all the mess in the cupboard and made the outside tidy. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, but I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, check out the other content on my channel if you're interested, and if you'd like a personal reading, check out the information below. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This is your reading if you chose group 3, and if you chose group 3 you have 3 of water from the Vision Quest Tarot, and you have creativity from the Shamanic Healing Oracle, and it's really interesting because they look really similar. Cards look almost the same. And I feel like there's something going on that's really worth celebrating and sharing. It's worth talking to other people about it, and it's worth joining with other people. I do feel like there's some things where you may want to just focus on it on your own before you share with other people. Like you might be sharing a bit too quickly, especially about things like the creativity process, your creation process, your ideas. Because it feels like there's people just waiting to be like, thanks, that's mine now. Ooh, ooh, I might do that. And it feels like if you just kept it to yourself like a few weeks longer, even you might be able to just say like, so I've released my first clothing collection. Instead of saying, so I'm working on my first clothing collection and I want to know what you think. Just gonna show you the rough sketches, and then like, yeah, okay. Thinking about how to do it quicker than you. It feels like you have people around who are good and are the right friends for you. There's also one or two who are a bit, they're not malicious, it's just like, yeah, oh thanks, that's a really good idea, yeah I will. Well that is a nice top, I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, that is a nice good looking boy, you fancy him, me too, I'm gonna get him. Grrr. And it feels like you have some people who are fun to hang out with, but they are a bit like that. There's one with like a sunny name. Their name means something like sun. They might be called like Solera or something like Solaria or yeah, something like that, like Celerina or Solara. It's coming through, keeps coming through. Solara, Solara, Solara. It's something like that. It kind of goes with that kind of name. And it feels like they might be taking something from you. And they might be spoiling something for you before you get it. It feels like you have maybe opportunities to get something, but it's kind of like with that person as well. And I feel like that person's not very good for you. It's like if you go near that person, maybe they're like, yeah, come to this party, come out for a drink with me. And it feels like you go and you have a nice time. It's maybe like a bunch of miserable people standing around and they're kind of jealous of each other's face or something. Like this person seems like they've got like one of those fake faces. You don't really know their real emotions. And I feel like they kind of just hang out with you because you look like you should be at the same party. It's maybe a bit superficial. And I feel like you get certain things if you hang out with like those kind of people. And be as those kind of people are. And then if you hang out with those kind of people, it feels like it drains from your cup of, or your stream of emotional energy that you have for yourself. And your own projects, and you end up feeling tired. It's like you've gone to a party where it's like boring, fake people. And you're there to network and to get something. Like there is a reason why you're there. There's an intention. Not like you shouldn't be there. I just feel like you drink maybe like 3 drinks and the next day you don't have energy for yourself. The first time and the second time and the third time it doesn't feel like a huge deal. It's like you're just tired on the bus in the morning, or you're a bit late replying to people, you just want to lie in bed a bit extra, you just want to play video games or something. But then the next time and the next time it just turns into you feeling like, oh, I just don't like myself. And then maybe it turns into like, should I get plastic surgery because they will have it? Or should I sleep with someone else's boyfriend? Could they do that? Or like whatever it is, it just feels like they do something that's not you. And at first it's not obvious because they're just like, you're, oh hey, how are you? Let's go for a drink kind of friends. It feels like gradually it gets more and more obvious that it is actually like taking from your spirit, taking from your energy. It might be even more obvious, like say if you're the one who's always like, hey, everyone come to my house for some food or drinks. And they never bring any food, they never bring any drinks, and it's always your house. You're always like initiating the friendship. It feels not really good to keep giving bowls to people. If they would then, if you didn't invite them out, call each other and say, hey, should we go out for a meal? And it's like really rude because they would do that and they would go out without you. Meanwhile, you're always like the host. And when you're not the host, they're just going to go and hang out without you and be like, psst, 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 did you see what she had on at her party yesterday? It really feels like someone has that kind of sad vibe with their friends. Whereas like you're just giving to them and giving to them and giving to them and giving to them. And then maybe they make fun of your hair. Like, did you see her hair? Oh my god, fizzy. She's got fizzies. And they're just like so boring and pathetic. And they really feel like school age. And it feels like you have a lot going for you. Especially if you're creative and you do something artistic. You might be having something that's like creating a new wave. You're like the wave starter. You're the person who produces the sauce and invents a new sauce. Invents a new juice flavour that's like triple the juice. It's like better than all the other juices because it's like juices mixed together. And then you start sharing it. It's really good for people. It's like something that you create that inspires others. And as many people who try and do things like take it so you can't have as much for yourself. There are people who don't want to take it, they just get really inspired by it. They're just like, wow, amazing, so and so's my favourite chef. I'm really inspired by this person. This person inspired me to start being a chef. It's not feeling disrespectful, it feels more like it redirects people back towards you. But also, like, you've fed someone, like, someone actually liked your meals so much that they were inspired to become a chef. It was like a teenager, maybe they ate in your restaurant. They thought, wow, food can taste this good. I'm gonna learn how to cook like this. It's really sweet, actually. Like, it's not like they're competing with you and starting a restaurant in your area. No, they're not like that. They're more just like saying, hey, shout out to so and so because they inspired me. And I started my own kitchen and I'm so happy and I'm so proud. And yeah, it started because I watched so and so's cooking show or something like that. So it feels really good for you to do something that contributes to other people's lives. It feels like you are, and I should tell you that you do deserve a clap. You do deserve a clap for contributing to people's lives in some way. Like, you're giving them something that they'll be like, hey, thanks, thanks, thanks. It makes them feel better, but do be aware that your own needs are important. I'm seeing there's enough left for you. I just feel like sometimes you might be giving to people who are kind of temporary. Also, I feel like for some creatives, you might have times where you're like the stream and you're the person who's like hearing everything, being able to hear everything. Like, maybe you're just like streaming all the music. There might be times when you're like, let's say if you're a musician, talking about the music and saying, well, have you heard this new group? Have you heard this? Have you heard this? There might be times when you're just like a completely creative weirdo who listens to none of the anything and just drops a song, and everyone else has to listen to your song and decide if it makes a splash in the ocean of variety of what they have already, and they want to start listening to it, or if it becomes like, yeah, irrelevant. If it becomes the new wave, and I feel like that's maybe your role sometimes, but there's sometimes when you might just be meant to catch everyone else's wave and just enjoy it all, and not talk about it and not really try and catch it, but just catch it and just be like, hey, so this is what people are listening to, so this is kind of catchy, I guess. So I caught it, I just got caught, I like it. And there might be times when you find that what you like is what everyone else likes. You're one of those people who's not like a tastemaker, and you're not someone who's like critical, and you're not one of those people who introduces new people, like, what, maybe not like a creative who makes music, who introduces people to new styles and genres. More like someone who's just like, hey, have you heard of so and so, to their friends. It feels like you always have a different role to play, and you should just take the role you have. And I feel like some of us are like in the stream, where we're just listening, we're just like hearing everyone else's things. Maybe hearing too much. Like, I feel like for you, you might be just having too many voices, having too many different things that you listen to, too many different people's opinions, and it causes you to maybe spread yours too far and try and do too many things. I also feel like you might be listening to too many things at once because of like someone else, like their car alarm's going off, and then your upstairs neighbour's baby's crying, and downstairs there are rats, and outside across another road there's someone running, like they're just running, and you can hear it for some reason. And maybe there's an ambulance and you have to hear the ambulance, and you can hear like someone screeching on their brakes and an argument. And it just feels like the more and more you have to listen to, the less you can listen to yourself. So I do feel like there's a balance to be had for you between what you keep for yourself, what you keep just pushing into your own cup, letting go into your own resources again, and what you let others have. And it's better to share with people who will like give you a little back, like if you were inviting them to your house. Or say it's like your neighbour or your roommate, and you're the one who always has weed or like cigarettes or something. And they're always like, oh, give me a cigarette, mate. And you're like, yeah, why not, why not, why not? And every day they take a cigarette from you. It's kind of boring if you think about things like that and get annoyed because they owe you like £20 for cigarettes every week. Whatever it is, but I do feel like they might owe you £20 for cigarettes every day, even. And you just don't notice because you're really good at giving and being generous, being in the community and being kind to people. actually, I do feel like there's a friend that smokes on your money and just like never buys cigarettes or like never buys the drinks or never buys food, like they're just not really paying. I also feel like for you, you could maybe do that a bit back. There might be certain people who've like mooched off you, stayed in your house for free, eaten your food, maybe even like worn your clothes and stuff. And I feel like if you were having difficulties, you could do it back to them. Like just turn up at their door and be like, "Hi, so I lost my keys and my car and I've got no food. Can I stay here?" And they'll probably just be like, "Oh yeah, of course." So yeah, I feel like you would do that and they'll probably do that back. So try and have the friends that have the same spirit as you. Like they're like, "Hey, yeah, you can have some of my weed. Yeah, you can have a cigarette." Or they never ask you for one and they maybe don't have one for you, but they just don't ask you for yours either. They're not going to be like, "Hey, can I have some of your weed?" They're just going to roll their own, or they're just not going to bring weed and not smoke it that day, or like not smoke cigarettes, or not come out for a meal, or like come out for a meal but only if you offer to pay and don't ask them. And they'll probably invite you out for a meal and just pay sometimes. So it feels like there's equal exchange relationships that I have to tell you about. There's also people who are just like, thanks, when they've like taken your day's worth of energy. And it's even things like conversation. Like you said, you'd only stay and chat to them for like 10 seconds. It's meant to be like, "Hi, bye." But then you end up speaking for 10 minutes. It's just like, "Oh yeah, by the way, another thing. Another thing." I do feel like someone's roommate or parent or partner or someone is communicating with them like 4 times a day to be like, "And another thing, another thing. Can I just ask you a favor? Could you do me a favor? Could you do me a favor?" And it feels really frustrating. It just feels like by the end of the day you want to cry. You're like, "No, I haven't had any time to do myself favors." If they don't do favors back for you, it's going to be depleting your resources. So if you feel tired all the time, be aware people might be just taking from you. And if you feel full and have enough to give, then give, because some people might need a little drip from your sauce supply just to get started themselves, just to learn how to make sauce, maybe like to learn what sauce is meant to taste like. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. This one's long. I hope you got something from it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, leave me a comment, and if you'd like a personal reading, the information is linked below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye.